Good morning. Happy Monday. We've got our coffee and I wanted to give you a 1 week update on how my business, The Chick Fix, is going. So far, it's going great. I had an awesome week last week. I worked Monday, Tuesday, and Friday. Wednesday and Thursday, we did pictures on our house and I did some personal things because you have to remember to work on your business and not just in your business. Honestly, this first week has been amazing. I think I waited just a couple days in before I announced my business on Facebook, and then I am part of some local Facebook groups. One of them is a neighbor, like our city's Facebook group, but just for moms. And so that's my target demographic. One of my old colleagues when I was in real estate shared my post to the group, and that in itself has gotten me, so many people reached out and asked for estimates and quotes, and one of them last week I did a job for, and then she posted a review on there and like 10 more people reached out. So I think that is a huge reason why my business is going so well, and I'm not concerned about I am doing the work myself too. So my first client from last week was from a book club that I'm part of. And I've been building relationships with these women for the last 3 to 4 months. So when I told them I had a Handywoman business, it was not like salesy at all because they knew me already. So that was my first client. Then my second client last Friday afternoon came from my old colleague's Facebook post. My next few clients, one of them, again, I want to say it came from Instagram, but I've been building this relationship with her and met her in person a few times. That has helped a lot too. So she wasn't totally cold, because I know a lot of people, and especially when I was in real estate, people would always be like, well, where'd you get the leads from? Where'd you get the leads from? So I definitely want to be mindful of where these leads are coming from. But at the same time, everything I've been posting on my Instagram and Facebook for the last 5 years of my life has been around home renovations, DIY. So I've already built this brand for myself, and that's what's totally it's totally normal, and I already have built that credibility in my business because I've been talking about it for the last, when people think of me, they think of home renovations and DIY. So that has been really helpful because I've already had that credibility built in. But the other thing that's been really helpful is the support from my friends and how they have been recommending me and posting about me on their Facebook and just spreading the word of mouth. And then I would say the third thing that's helping me is that I super niche down industry and who I'm helping. I'm not helping everyone. I'm helping women that are single or married, but they are home by themselves. They don't want to have to worry about their husband or spouse or brother or a male figure being there when another male figure is in their house. So those 3 things I think has been super helpful for my business. And then I would say the last thing, and then this is going to sound really woo-woo, my mindset. So whenever I think that I write affirmations every morning, and I say one of them is I run a successful Handywoman business, and the other one is I'm booked with clients. So I think just having that mindset of people are going to hire me. I know I have a good idea, and I know I'm a good person, and I know what I offer is great. That mindset in itself, I think, is just helping me to not go down the negativity rabbit hole. It's just, I have to catch myself not thinking the negative stuff. Now, as far as the technical stuff that I've learned this last week, the instructions on any install, even if you've already done that type of project before. So I was hanging some wire shelves, and a lot of them have this, what looks like it's an anchor. So it's gonna go anchor, piece that gets hung, and then screw to go in. But the holes for the piece that's getting hung are basically, it's opposite of everything I've done in the past. So really what I'm supposed to be doing is the anchor goes through the hole on the piece that gets attached to the wall. That was one big learning lesson, because then I had to actually use screws and go back when it could have been done a little bit sooner. I mean, maybe like 5 minutes sooner. Be over prepared with items. So my first client last week, it was just like a basic shelf install. It came with all the pieces, but I didn't have the right tool for the piece. I hadn't brought it with me and I could have gone home. But so this is like 2 lessons. Be prepared with any tool. But also just ask your client. Don't be afraid to ask the client. I just asked the client like, hey, do you happen to have this piece that goes here? And she was like, oh yeah, I totally do. So I was able to save basically 45 minutes because I didn't have to go home and get anything. Now I know to have that tool in my toolkit. Sorry if eyeballs freak you out, because I want to be prepared for everything. And sometimes your clients, like, they're not gonna have basic, and honestly, these weren't even basic tools. It was a ratchet set. I mean, people might have that for their cars, but it's gonna be like really big, not the size that I would have needed. So yeah, I'm finding that if I'm just open with communication with the client, follow-up is really important, and just being honest, like be honest with how much time you think it's gonna take or how much time it's going. Just be honest. That's really it. Like, but again, I don't want to say I'm playing to the weaknesses of this industry, but just by being me, I am naturally playing to the weaknesses of this industry. I am super pumped for this week. I have a client today, again, who I've known and been building the relationship with. So she already trusts me and she trusts that I'm going to do a good job. My client tomorrow is a repeat client, and then my client on Friday is a new client from one of the Facebook posts and reviews. I just have to fill like a midday on Thursday because I have a coffee in the morning, and then we're doing swim in the afternoon with my son, and Wednesday I left open for networking. So that's another thing, is once a week I just need to go and network and do something, whether it's with like the same people, because it's just about staying top of mind, or from people. So this week is actually, it's a real estate friend that I know, and I'm going to be doing her nursery next year in January. So I thought I would go out there for her networking event and support her, but also it's like a mastermind. So I think that'll be beneficial to me too. And then I'm gonna go see my grandparents after. Just getting myself out there, being myself. It's really hard to do while I'm taking a video. Being myself and just being like honest and transparent about things. So I'm super excited about where this business can go. I have new ideas every day. So I just keep that in a notebook, back page, get out of my brain, and then focus on what's in front of me. And then when I'm ready to make new steps and grow the business, I can go back to it and see which one resonates with me still, because I have a lot of ideas on where this can go. So off to see my client, help her get some work done, and I will do another update and just take you guys along on this journey, because I think it's beneficial for myself, but also for you guys. And anytime that you want to start a business, or you're doubting yourself or want to start this kind of business, like, hopefully it helps you. So bye, happy Monday.